In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to add the Blackboard Collaborate course tool to your Blackboard class and how to set up and schedule your own sessions. The first thing you're going to need to do is to make a new course link button. You're going to go up to the plus sign, and this is a tool link, so you're going to come down and choose the tool link option. We're going to call this button BBCU for Blackboard Collaborate Ultra links. And then the type of button you're going to create is very important. It needs to be Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. So you'll click that and then make it available to users and click Submit. And then to help our students find these, we're going to go ahead and we are going to drag this up above the divider that we had already created when we started the distance learning journey. Once you have that button created, you can access the Blackboard Collaborate scheduler either by using this, or as an instructor, you can also get it through the course tools down here. Your students will be accessing it through the button, so I'm just going to take you in that way. And you'll see the little purple circle as if it was going right to the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra that you're familiar with. You're just going into a new side called the scheduler side, which is what I had been doing for you on the back end for the last few weeks. So there's a few things that you really need to make sure you do right off the bat. The first one is we need to make sure that we lock this course room. We do not want this to be open to the students, so we need to make sure that everybody goes in and locks this. And to do that, you're going to use the three dots here, and you're going to click Lock the Course Room. Once you do that, you'll see that your course room is locked. And again, this is a very important step that everyone must do. The next thing you're going to do is start scheduling your own sessions. So this will allow you to create a session for each time that you want to have students in a Blackboard Collaborate session, which will give us some added security. So the first thing you do is hit Create Session, and then you would name the session. You want to make sure that you set the guest link to off. This is very important. We do not want to have any guest links available. So we're going to uncheck that. And then under the event details, you want to set the date and time for when the session is going to occur. So the session will be for Wednesday at 9 a.m. until Wednesday at 10 a.m. We do not want to have the session open because we do not want to keep any sessions open for the students. After you schedule a time, you can choose to create repeat sessions. So since this is our Block 1 class, we could click Repeat Session. Our Block 1 would meet on Wednesdays, and we have about 9 more occurrences to go. So that's an option if you don't want to have to schedule each week. Or you can just come in and schedule each week depending on what you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to turn that off for now. Let's talk about the session settings. These are very important, and this is what I had been doing for you on the back end the last few weeks. So let's make sure that we all understand what settings we should have on and which ones we should have off. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you turn on the anonymized chat messages. This means that on the recordings that you create, anything that was in the chat, if you use the chat feature, will be anonymized so that nobody can see the students' names. The second one, which I would assume would be a good one to turn on, is to show profile pictures for the moderators only. If you feel like you have students who can be trustworthy and post appropriate pictures, you can leave this off, and if it becomes an issue, you can come in and turn it on. You want to make sure that participants can do nothing when they first come into the room until you're ready for them to do something. So we're going to turn off all 4 of these options. We're also going to turn off the ability for people to join by telephone. And then another very important one, we're going to make sure that we have participants can only chat privately with moderators. We do not want the students to be able to have private chats. So your session settings should look like this, and then you click Save. Once you have created your session, it's going to be listed in your Blackboard Collaborate Ultra section of your Blackboard class in the Sessions tab. If a session is in progress, you and your students will be able to join it by clicking on the three-dot option and clicking Join Session. Because we're using this through Blackboard, it's automatically going to know who is logging in and will assign the name that is provided in Blackboard through the SIS account. So there'll be no longer a way for students to join anonymously or for them to change their username. Once you are in as a moderator, as I am now, you have all the controls you had originally in our previous sessions. So you can go into your gear and you can choose when you want to turn on the audio, video, or chat feature for your students, just like you would have from before. At this point, the session is going to run just like your training from the previous sessions. The only difference is we're now accessing Blackboard Collaborate Ultra through Blackboard, so it's capturing who is logging in. Let me show you what this looks like from the student point of view. The students will go into your Blackboard class and find your Blackboard Collaborate Ultra link button. They will click on that, and when they get there, they will see any sessions that are upcoming. So I can see that there's a Block 1 session coming up on the 21st. I can see that there's currently a session in progress right now. And I can see that I have office hours available on the 16th from 11 to 12 p.m. The one that is currently available is going to be slightly darker in bold, and I can click on that. When I do that, I will see the Join Session button. When I get in there, my name will be listed as it is listed in Blackboard and SIS. I can see that I currently do not have access to any of the features because the moderator has not given me the chance to do that. And I'll have to wait until the moderator gives me some control before I can actually interact with the class. And then when I'm ready, I can leave the classroom by using the Leave Session. So in this window, we can see there are several sessions that are coming up or in progress. The one here is a reoccurring session, and you can tell because it's got a folder. And what you do is you can expand this, and then you can see all of the reoccurring sessions that are going to be happening and when they're going to be happening. The important thing to note is once you set up a reoccurring session, you cannot edit the name or any of the other features. If you want to change anything, you'll need to cancel the reoccurring session and recreate a new one. So that's one reason you might want to consider not setting up a reoccurring session. Here is a session that is in progress. So again, since it says in progress, we would be able to join the session. And then here is a session that has not yet been started. Once you have run sessions and they have been completed, you can change your filter and go to your previous sessions. The benefit of this is you are going to be able to now see reports on your sessions. So when you go to view reports, you can see the time of the session and you can see that there were 3 attendees in the session. And then you can view the report and you can see exactly who logged in and how long they were in the session. You can also download that report as a CSV file to Excel. If you have recorded sessions, you're going to use the pancake stack and you're going to click on Recordings. Your session recordings are going to reside here. It does take some time for those recordings to hit this bank of recordings, so you'll need to give it some time. you'll use the three-dot option, and you can watch it now. You can edit the name if need be. You can copy the link and put it somewhere else. Students will also have access to the recordings through their Blackboard Collaborate Ultra links. On the Sessions tab, they can also use the 3-pancake stack to get to the recordings. Here they will see the recordings and they will be able to watch them.